welcome to this video in which we are going to try and find out what a day is, and what is a day and how long is a day.
Difference a day made. 24 little hours.
Shut up!
We are right to say shut up because it is not definitely 24 hours unless you're really being clear that you're talking about a solar day. It is possible for us to talk about a different length of day, a sidereal day. So there's a couple of different things we need to see here, and we're going to try and define these. Alright? We looked in a previous video at a definition of a day, and we spoke about that, and we were quite happy with that, and we said that basically a day is the time it takes for the Earth to spin around once, and if the Earth spins around once, that's a day. So here, welcome to the universe. We've got some distant stars all along the back here, and this is our little sun. And going around our sun, this is us. Here we are. That's us, that little tiny little blue speck in space. And it takes us a year to spin all around, to orbit all the way around our sun. But we also spoke about the fact that on a daily basis, our Earth spins around on its own axis. That's the axis. Spins around once. And during that time, we go from being able to see the Earth at one part of the day, but then because we spin around halfway around the Earth, sometimes we're going to be facing the opposite direction. So this could be us here facing away from the sun. That's our night time. We continue, we spin around, and we face the sun again. And that's what we call a solar day. It's the day that it takes us to see the sun. But what we need to consider here is the fact that in our universe, obviously there are some other things in our skies as well, and it's possible for us to define a day in two ways. One, we can do a solar day, where we're talking about a day in reference. I mucked up my Y there a bit. Let's try that again. A solar day is a day in reference to the sun, the solar, that's why it's called solar. And a sidereal day is a day, but instead of referring to the sun to determine this day, we refer to the stars. And this word sidereal, it means of the stars, or because of the stars, or coming from the stars, something like that. So what we're going to do is to try and work out what these two things are and see what the difference is between them. So we zoomed in a little bit on our solar system here, and we're going to have our little planet Earth here. There we go. That's our planet Earth, and planet Earth, what it does during the course of a year is it orbits around the sun, and it takes a whole year for it to go all the way around here. It'll go off out of our shot here, come way around the other side, come all the way back in. That is a year. And I didn't mention in our last video, should make sure that we're aware of this, that 1 year, the time it takes for the Earth to orbit the sun, is 365.25 days. And we're talking about solar days when we do this definition. So it takes 365.25 days to go all the way around the sun. But let's have a look at this question of a day. Alright, so here we are at midnight, and our planet Earth is going to orbit the sun, but it's also going to spin. And the way that it spins is it spins from east to west. So as it moves this way, it spins from east to west, moves and spins. So we're orbiting the sun the whole time, but also the hours of the day are progressing. So when we've got to the point that it's progressed, what's going on? It's progressed halfway. There we are. That will be about 12 o'clock now. It's turned halfway around. It's going to continue spinning, continue on its journey. continues to turn around, and when we get all the way around here, we're now back to the point where this Earth is fully facing the sun again. So it's gone from here all the way around to here, and it's spun round so that it's fully facing the sun again. And this takes 24 hours to complete this. So a solar day is the time it takes for the Earth to spin around once so that it's back facing the sun. But notice it has actually spun around more than 360 degrees here. It has spun around, because of the fact that it's moving, it's had to spin around to 360 degrees. So it started facing upwards, it spun round 360. We'll get it back there facing in this direction, but it's then had to spin a further amount to get it back facing the sun. So the solar day is actually more than 360 degrees, and that takes 24 hours to us to do this spin. To turn 360 degrees, it only takes 23 hours and 56 minutes. This 23 hours and 56 minutes is the time it takes for the Earth to spin 360 degrees. And in that time, so from the Earth here, where this red circle was, when it was facing north, well sorry, not facing north, when it's directly facing the sun this way, from your position on Earth, you see these stars up at the top in their exact positions in the sky. And when you turn 360 degrees over here, we see those stars back in the exact same positions. Now, in this picture, it doesn't quite add up why that is. We need to go back to this picture to understand that these stars are so far away, and this is such a tiny orbit compared to these distances, that for a sidereal day, when we turn 360 degrees, the stars are back in their positions. We need to turn more than 360 degrees for the sun to be back in its position, and that is the difference. So, how long is a day is not such a simple question.
Now it's time for our wrap-up. Let's give it everything we've got. Ready? Begin.
A solar day is the time it takes for the Earth to rotate so it fully faces the sun again, and that is 24 hours. But a sidereal day is the time taken for the Earth to rotate 360 degrees, and that is only 23 hours and 56 minutes. So it's 4 minutes shorter. And the reason it's called sidereal is because you face the same stars again. So that's the time to face the same stars. Solar is the time to face the sun. Oops. And we are, we depend on our sun. We use it, and it is the giver of life on our planet. So we tend to use this sidereal day. Oh, no we don't. We use the solar day. We use the solar day, and in fact, we made up hours to match the sun. We made up days to match the sun. We made up years to match the sun. Everything, all of our time, and everything that we live by is governed by our movement relative to the sun. So, yeah, we are people of the sun.